Carolina about
Hello, everybody. We're live. We're talking.
Oh, my God. I wasn't even paying attention.
I know.
Good morning, kids.
All right, everybody. It's Friday.
Hi, Ed.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going good. I was reading an article.
Were you reading an article today?
Yeah, this morning. This morning at 6 o'clock.
I was reading at 5 with the dogs. They get up with me.
I was at the Orange Theory Club.
Orange Theory. Is that like Orange Julius?
Exactly like, except without the vanilla.
Exactly without the food. Same place without the food.
Exactly the same, but different.
Right.
I loved when we used to say that in high school. Well, yeah, that's the same, but different.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
And the other one was, well, I was in high school a lot sooner than you.
You mean later?
Earlier. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was, one of my favorites is, yeah, no. And then you finish your sentence. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Hey,
what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about
a couple things. First, I want to, rates are all over the place, and that's just how it's going to be. We said for the next couple months they're going to be choppy, and then we're going to start seeing them go the other way. And if we have a major change in November, we'll see it change better. But right now, we're where we are. I don't want to get into the whole Inflation Reduction Act, how that's not going to help and all that stuff. Well, I just did. Anyway, move on.
You did, and I did too, because it's really not going to help.
Right.
Hey, we'll have more IRS agents. That'll be a good thing.
Why didn't they get 87,000 more cops or 87,000 more teachers or 87,000 more what we really need, doctors? Because something we really need, not 87,000 more.
They think they're going to reduce inflation by taking people's money.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
And they all, I don't know if you saw on the floor, they tried to pass a thing that said that in the act that if you made $400,000 or less, it would not increase those people's audits.
Liability.
Like they would not increase those. Like it'd still be the same number.
400,000 or less.
Yeah. If you make 400,000 or less. And that was every Democrat voted no on that. Anyway, I'm not just repeating stuff. I'm not making a slant on it. I'm not trying to change it my way. Just
the facts, Jack.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So I've been reading. Actually, I have it on my thing 2 days ago in the paper. The Modesto Bee, which is is an amazing paper, was interviewing.
It used to be.
Yeah, I know. Until they just started writing stuff that doesn't really matter. So they said that in Modesto, the median home price in the county hit 4.85, but in April since slid to 470,000 for July. Price is still up from the end of last year, but when they were 440,000. But blah 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 blah. A broker associate at blah 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 says that the remainder of the year to give back almost all of their year-over-year appreciation gains, leaving home prices generally flat for 2022. This person said, the initial impact of the Federal Reserve rate hikes are felt as higher mortgage rates for buyers and priced out some potential buyers for all this. I'm thinking this guy that's in the paper should know that the Federal Reserve had nothing to do with interest rates.
Absolutely nothing.
And shouldn't say that that values are going to be flat till the end of this year, because that's just so. I don't know if he said differently and the paper changed it, because that's been known to happen occasionally. But
sometimes it's better to keep your mouth closed.
Is it?
So people think you might be intelligent than to open it and completely.
Because if you read the article, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, the issue that I see is, median price. We talked about this before we started.
Median.
What
does that mean?
Is that the middle of the midpoint of what have sold of homes?
Well, you've got equal number of sales above it and equal number of sales below it. That's the median. The median.
So that's not
not the average.
That's okay, Jason. We didn't get it.
It's okay. Yeah. We just rambled a little bit. Good morning, Jason.
We were just talking about so what my issue is, because in the article said that it went down. The median price went slid down for 485 to 470.
Right.
What that meant was there was more homes sold in the lower price point than above that price point.
Right.
So people are going, I really don't need that $425,000 house or $485,000 house. I'm okay with the 465.
Right.
Or I'm okay with the 450. I'm okay. It doesn't
mean,
or
I'm not going to buy the 650. I'm going to buy the 500.
Right. It
equally.
Right. Exactly. It does not mean values went down. It just meant the houses that sold, the midpoint of that is in this point.
Right.
It doesn't mean values went down. It didn't say, hey, that house on Brady that sold a month ago now only sold for this much.
Right.
That's not what they're saying.
No.
So don't listen to it. Mark Twain said there's lies, damn lies, and then statistics. And that's what that is. A statistic. So ignore it.
Yeah.
I have a book around here that says how to lie with statistics. I mean, how to, lie with statistics, meaning that you can change them to suit your needs for whatever you want to get across.
There was a broker in town who's no longer around, just retired out of the business, but I'll just say she, because we don't want to say who it was.
Them. Use their pronouns.
Amazing at manipulating statistics. Amazing.
Yeah. So values aren't going down. I'd say they're stable. They're stable. There. Yeah.
Just like we talked about on Monday, you price your home correctly. You listen to your realtor, you price your home correctly, and you're either at market or a little bit below. You're going to sell above market, what market was, not the $30,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 above anymore, but above anywhere from 10 to 20. So
in that article, the only thing that was good information was the fact that they said this is kind of the market what we were in 2018, 2019, where there was it was a nice, a decent market, not like what we've been through. And we've been kinder,
friendlier market.
Yeah, that's my terms. I just trademarked that by Ricky Bobby Inc.
Yeah. And it really is. And you and I keep saying in October, November, we think things are going to change a little bit. There's going to be more buyers in the market again, and it's not going to be as a kinder, friendlier market to the buyer. No. It'll be really nice to the seller, and it still is.
Yeah. And the issue with all that is the fact that rates are going to continue to go up and down and go up and down. And then hopefully we're thinking last quarter and the first quarter next year, they're starting going to go down even more.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have really good rates right now. I mean, you look we're in the 4s for most VAs and FHA, which is a great rate.
Right.
I mean, conventional is a little bit higher, but what are you going to do?
And it depends on the risk. You can get a little bit lower. Right.
Yeah. Right. And
more money down.
Right. And I've been asked a lot about, should I do the 2-1 buy down? What's your take on that? And let me explain. A 2-1 buy down is where we reduce your interest rate 2% the first year and 1% the second year, and then you go the full rate. Yeah. So say that you have a 5% today, it would be 3% for the first year, 4% for the second year, and then the last year and on would be the 5%.
If the seller's contributing, I would say buy the rate down, period, if they're contributing towards closing costs, and you can buy the rate down with the cash that they're contributing towards your closing costs. Otherwise, don't do the 2-1 buy down if you qualify for the payment at the the real rate, and then later on down the road when rates come down, refi.
Right, and that's what I've been saying. If you have money left over from the seller because you don't have that much closing costs, depending on where you go, then use it towards buying the rate down. But just do it as a flat rate. Don't buy it the 2%.
Yeah, don't do the 2-1.
That is the 2-1 buy down has to be funded by the seller. I don't know if you know that, but it has to comes from. That's where it usually comes from, and it's a great idea. It gets you in. You still qualify at the current rate. So it makes it easier for you to get in, but we're going to be refinancing down the road. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because we're not out of the woods yet on what we're going through.
So to wrap that up, I really believe if you've got cash from the seller or you have cash, buy the interest rate down.
Hold on.
Permanently.
So you're saying do it. See, I'm saying only if you have extra money from the seller,
right?
Meaning that if you have five grand left over because you don't have that much closing, you have a lot of closing costs or there's some stuff.
Yeah, and let's say the buyer had all the cash, and then they get a credit for something. They use that towards buying the interest rate down.
Right.
So we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing, but don't go too crazy. Is what I'm trying to get. Don't spend $8 grand. Don't spend $6 grand. Don't spend $4. Spend a little bit, but not a lot. And that's where we want to be at. Because I mean, it's a waste of money because you have to look at the difference in the payment and what it costs, how much you're saving, and and how long it's going to take you to get that buyback. Right. So if it saves you, say, $30 a month and it costs $3 grand, that means 100 months before you get the payback.
It's almost like that equation for the cost of seller when you're going to get a payoff. I mean, for solar.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm just as an example.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to be in that loan for 100 months. No. 100 months is almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't do it. Let me run the numbers, see if it makes sense.
It would be interesting if you were in the loan for 36 months. You know what I mean?
Well, the payback usually we say 36 months is what's a good payback in a
Mine too,
in a
Kim.
normal market. However, the rates that we're going to see, we are showing that we're going to be in a recession. We don't really know. I mean, we can't like for sure we're in our.
What's the definition of a recession now? There's a new definition. Right?
It's whatever the current administration says it is.
Yeah.
And that's not knocking them. Anyway,
it's just truths.
Truths hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go see a dentist.
And the most important thing, just like Kim says, listen to your realtor.
Of the week, how about the millennia?
No, that's her
favorite comment of the week. Listen to your realtor.
Yeah. I like it when half the realtors say, listen to your realtor.
There's a local realtor that did a little TikTok maybe or a reel, and he played two people and he made fun of the people that say realtor. It was actually pretty funny.
I like, no one says docketor or they don't say laureator.
Yeah.
They're adding an I in. It's like, it doesn't need to be there. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. Realtor.
Your
realtor up.
High school.
All right. Starts today, that tour of
downtown, right?
Yeah, starts today.
What are you going to tour? What do you do?
I guess they tour some of the local eating spots. You go on a tour of downtown for 3 hours from 2 to 5. And I originally had it today, but then my wife had something, so we moved it to Saturday. And I thought it was going to be 104 at that time. So I'm like, we ain't doing it.
Yeah.
So I moved it to like October.
Now, is this kind of taking place of the old Taste of Modesto?
I don't know.
I wonder.
I don't know.
You remember that?
Like I remember
fundraiser.
Yeah, but this is like every week they're going to tour.
You're going to go actually
different
into
restaurants and different
bricks and mortar places.
Yeah, exactly, and
not
try each
being
of
held at the Center Plaza.
Correct.
I like when we talk over each other. It's real kind of fun.
Yeah, well, it's like in reverb.
Yeah. Anything else? Do we have anything else for fun stuff?
Not
for kicks and giggles.
Kicks and giggle. I was looking to see if anything major came out, but there wasn't.
Again, one of the articles I was reading this morning was talking about how there was such a huge increase in inventory, and then I saw where it was being written, and it's North Carolina.
Right.
So California seems to be an anomaly to what else is going on across the nation.
California's its own market, its own country, its own everything.
Yep.
What happens in California doesn't happen everywhere else.
And probably should stay in Vegas.
That part of it, yes, that part of that. But no, because because they're actually saying we're at 3.3 months nationwide average. Well, that's different.
Yeah.
I mean, let's put it this way. Tuolumne County is different than us.
Yeah.
Right. And that's just because they have different things like fires and other things that can slow the market down because people are afraid to buy.
I saw a graph the other Tuesday showing that there was a little over 2 months of inventory in Modesto. However, that was including pending sales.
Right.
So to me, that's skewed. I would like to see that graph with the pending sales taken out.
Well,
I can do that too.
Right. But that's what they said yesterday with the existing home sales. They were saying that there is now a 3.3 month supply of homes, which is tight because 6 months is considered a balance. This is what.
Right.
But if you look at active listings, there are only 747,000. This is nationwide active listings, which means 43% of the inventory in existing home sales report is under contract and truly not available. Again, statistics.
Yeah. Leave those out. They're not available, so it's not inventory.
They should not be counted as on the inventory.
Right.
Yes, but it's until they close. And so that's what they're saying is even nationwide, even though they're saying it's 3.3, there really isn't because only, that much of it should not be included.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
So, and I was like looking for that and then when you brought it up, I was like, I know I saw it somewhere.
Right.
Well, there you go. The market's great. Get out there with your agent and write some offers, get pre-approved. I've had a lot more people contacting me to get pre-approved and move forward and buy homes because they realizing it is a great time because a lot less competition.
Yep. I've got buyers that were in the market, the less friendly market, that have come back to me and said, okay, let's really start looking in earnest again because we hear that we don't have to write against so many other offers. So.
All right. Hey, so I do the podcast Helping the Brave, right?
Yep.
That's the hat I have on right now. All right. We're doing a challenge where everybody knows that 22 vets a day commit suicide. So instead of focusing on 22, what we're focusing on is contacting 22 people a week as a challenge to just reach out to them, see how they're doing, make sure they're okay.
That's a great idea.
And it doesn't have to be all vets. I mean, and I told everybody on the thing, you can do half vets, a quarter, whatever it is, but reach out to people, because a lot of people just need that reach out, and then they won't have the issue of looking at committing suicide or going forward.
Right.
I'm wearing the shirt for 22 Mohawks, which they go and take stray dogs, right? They're rescue dogs, and have them trained and give them to vets as therapy dogs, not actual service dogs, because actual service dogs cost $25,000, and not every vet needs a service dog. They need like a therapy dog, right? And they've not lost one single vet since they got their dogs out there,
because they're responsible for another life.
Right. So I'm looking at starting something like that here.
That'd be great.
People, to, help save more animals and train them and do everything. So if people are want to get involved, let me know. The reason I'm bringing up the 22 reach out, if you're doing it, we're doing a challenge. This hat is the podcast hat. The one we're going to give away will have a 22 red over the top of it.
Oh, cool.
And it's going to be a special edition. There's only going to be like 50 of them, so you have to draw for it. So if you want to be part of it, just reach out to us. You can reach out to me here, or you can reach out to me at ask@edparcaut.com, or info@helping the brave, or we can do something else here. Whatever. Just get a hold of us.
Just reach out to them.
Reach out and say you want to be part of it. And we just want to reach out to people. And especially now we're in August, going to be September, October. November. Before you know it, it's going to be the holidays. More people commit suicide during the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So
hey, Ed.
Yes.
I want to be part of it.
All right. Well, you're here. I see you.
Yeah.
I just thought it was, we came up with a challenge 6 or 8 months ago to do it for, every day and it's just too hard every day, because we normally talk to a lot of people, but actually reaching out and just checking in on people. And I told people, what you could do also is just record a little video and send to them. Hey, just checking on you, making sure you're okay, and move on.
Good idea. But personalize it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, really? This is to everybody.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah. All right. I want to thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. And Mike, thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming on and doing this now.
I'm really enjoying it. Have a great time.
And then this radio this weekend is Mel Bradley, Bradley Electrical, where he is talking solar and how a lot of people in Modesto got taken advantage of. Not necessarily that, but solar should only be on certain houses, certain size houses. It should not be on a 1,100 square foot house.
Like the Tesla battery on that.
We'll bring that up on the radio. So if they want to know about it, just listen on 1360 a.m. noon to 1 on Saturday, or Sunday replays 10 to 11. And then we'll upload it as a podcast and YouTube on Monday. So, and that's Real Estate Jerky. And Mike, thank you so much. Everybody have a great weekend.
Thanks for having me. You guys have a great weekend out there. Stay cool.
Yes, it's going to be a warmer one.